Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. This is a late midweek Magic episode. Had a bit of a party last night. And it's Cascade Alchemy. So to celebrate the new edition of Alchemy cards from courtesy of Alchemy Ixalan, we are having a Cascade event. So the first spell you cast each turn has Cascade. How do we take advantage of this? Well, pretty much everyone's doing the Dinosaur, but I've been seeing different levels of builds. So this is what we've pretty much come up with. Now, the only one drop spell we have here is Triumphant Chomp. For the most part, you really want to have a guaranteed removal spell that you can hit. So this is what we're going with. We have a lot of 2 drops. Belligerent Yearling, its kin, Firstborn of the Shot. I might actually want a little more of this. 4 copies of Lightning Strike, removal is good. 4 copies of Glimpse the Core. This one I could probably cut down to say 3 copies, but being able to ramp up to 4 is pretty nice. Now, as far as the Alchemy editions, here we go. We're going to be testing out 2 Kamachal Ship's mascot. So, Menace, Fire Breathing, but you get to create a treasure token and exile a card from that player's library at random, more or less equal to the damage dealt. So if we deal 2, we're probably going to hit one of these 2 drops. For the most part, this usually means a removal spell or a cheap, although some, especially if you're going up against Dino, so this is actually pretty good. We're trying out Stalwart Spirit Tail. Honestly, the Enrage part is kind of iffy. I might actually just cut this overall. Probably if you have a 4th Pugnacious Hammer Skull, you can probably cut it for that one. Testing out the Scale Speaker Shepherd. Enters the battlefield, draft a card from this spell book. Hopefully you draft something really expensive. You get plenty of nice options here. Okay. And Dinosaur spells you cast cost 1 less. Actually, important to note that as it is, we are not able to cast Zakama or Gishat with our mana base. Not unless we hit our Cavern of Souls or we name the land of Captivating Crossroads, or do our one-time Mirex, or sometimes with the treasure tokens. We do build up quite a few. Let's see, we have Rampaging Raptor, that's normal. Wingbane Vantasaur, this gives us additional removal. The Savage Stomp is basically one mana, but it actually works pretty nicely for this event because it allows us to hit 2 drops. We're probably going to run out of Triumphant Chomps by that point. Bonehorde Dracosaur is always good. Trumpeting Carnosaur is very good. I actually saw how good it is when my opponent was able to cast multiples of my Carnosaur, but thankfully I survived that one. A single Kogla and Yidaro, because we can hit it with Ancient Imperiosaur. Very big drop that you want to kind of, sometimes you can randomly hit Carnosaur, Dracosaur, or Kogla. That's pretty solid. That's it. As for the mana base, probably the only alchemy note is the Captivating Crossroads. Otherwise, the mana base is very normal. So, almost everyone is doing some version of the Dinosaur deck. That's what I've heard. Though I've seen a few interesting alternate options. So let's see. We are going first, so I definitely want to. I definitely want to name this at red because we're going turn 2. We might go turns 2 its kin, though it's a shame. This is our removal spell, or maybe not. Our opponent, or maybe not. Our opponent did not play anything. Opponent is still not playing anything, so I guess we go Stalwart Spirit Tail. Let's see how they respond to 4/4. And let's see, hit Triumphant Chomp. That one's a bit of a weird interface, but thankfully it will not cast it because there are no targets. Opponent's probably gonna drop their own Dino. Invasion of Ikoria. X equals 1, hitting Lano or Loam Speaker. Definitely, that's a definite must kill. Now, so we have multiple ways of doing the kill. We have a Triumphant Chomp. We can just cast. We can cast Lightning Strike and save our removal. That's probably what I want to do. And decline because we don't need to. I could have also swung, give our opponent the option, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. Also, I'm starting to think that yeah, this one's probably not gonna make the cut. I probably would end up cutting this. Ooh, opponent cascades into Samlet. Ooh, this is an interesting version. So with this, our opponent does get to flip this one. But opponent splitting the damage. Oh well, that makes sense. That this can hit the battle. So how do we deal with an 8/8? We only get 7/7. So I can go. It's can't. Oh wait, we can kill it actually. Target dinosaur you control. We'll target this one. It's a and we swing. I might actually just leave it back, but our opponent might hit a big removal spell, so yeah, we'll hold back. That was actually we actually managed to we kind of dodged that bullet. So now we need to opponent goes Furnace Strider, going for the haste plan. Into a bushwhack. Now that said, okay, he's going for the small one. Opponent might swing with everything. This is actually a pretty decent build. Now, am I gonna let the opponent draw a card? I probably should. Now let's see how the +1/+1 pans out. It affects everything in my hand and library. So unfortunately, cycling this just draws us a card doesn't really do much. We do get to cascade, see if we can, say, hit our lightning strike. Triumphant Chomp on 2. Actually, that's fine. Oh, wait, we could have gone for the Strider, but we're gonna... Yeah, I did the math wrong. But we probably want to take out Samut ASAP. I'm willing to take another 4 damage here. That's 2 of our Triumphant Chomps. Yeah, we need... The deck is kind of mana heavy. The fact that our opponent's drew quite a lot of cards. Let's see. Into Polygon. At least we're not drawing cards anymore, but the Surak have haste note. It just gives everything trample. We're taking 7. Oh no, we're dead. 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we have to respect the haste deck. That was actually a pretty good one. We stumbled off lack of mana. I would have really liked to... I probably would have just cast Dracosaur instead if I had hit the 5th mana. But sometimes that's how it pans out. Yeah, the haste deck is actually a pretty decent one. It's probably a good argument for adding shock, but you kind of want to have the guaranteed strong hit. This one is super... I guess we get to go first. Like, if we're not in a hurry, we can glimpse the core and accelerate a bit. This looks like the proliferate deck, so I guess we can glimpse the core. Resolve, because that's basically a decline. Let's not decline this one because this is very important for us. Yeah, getting Nature's Lore again in Standard is probably going to be a very big deal for us. So if our opponent, usually this would be like if it's a 2-drop into a 1-drop, I might just lightning strike Triumphant Chomp. Avoid Voidwing Hybrid. Yeah, I've seen this deck. Though, okay, our opponent is playing suboptimally. You usually do not want to add combat tricks like this. And actually, because of that, well, first we're going to play the Restless Ridgeline. We can play Belligerent Yearling, hit our Triumphant Chomp. The skill in this event is having a slot that you can guarantee your Cascade into. So next turn, if we have to clear the board, I would probably just Lightning Strike into another Triumphant Chomp. We're going Voidwing Hybrid. Yeah, that's really suboptimal. Oh, I think a bit of a choice now. I can go Rampaging Raptor, swing for a lot. Hopefully, hope our opponent trades. I think we might be able to outpace our opponent that way. Yeah, let's go do that. And yeah, I guess with the Pugnacious Hammerskull, we will outpace our opponent. So yes, we take action to this. No, we decline this. And that's 10 damage, unless our opponent could, yeah, opponent's not gonna block. That's with both of them having trample, it's kind of defeats the point purpose. Both of these being high spells means it dodges. Okay, Scheming Aspirant. Yeah, I think our, yeah, sure. Opponent's gonna hit us. Okay, so multiple options here. Like, I could just swing with all three, but let's just take this one. And yes, this is by design. Now opponent, and that should do it. Though our opponent was stuck in mana for quite a long time, so that was a bit of a problem for them. Okay, I'm gonna go check what that is. I'll be right back. See, Tane. Okay, so it is that, yeah, it's that season. Basically, it's a season where everyone's giving out gifts. Shout out to Columbia Wars. We get to claim our win here. And probably could use the cosmetic for somewhere else, but hey. Colombia kya laya? Okay, let's take it. Bolo! Oh. Okay, this is definitely not keepable. We have to mulligan this. This is a lot more keepable. I especially like having these two as an option. We probably only need one Hammerskull here. So it's Hige. No, at least this way we do have the option to Yearling. We don't have to use its Kint right away. And then running into a Promising Vein, into Cascade, into Relic's Roar. The timing is off. Well, it's nice if you're on the play, because but then again, now that we know what our opponent's up to, we definitely want to prioritize. We can actually even glimpse the core instead. But let's play Belligerent Yearling. Let's give ourselves a comp. I would say that if you're going to go for this style of deck, you want to have X trees because it will dodge Triumphant Chomp for the most part. Though now that the Yearling's in play, it's probably not going to dodge it anymore. So next turn, I want to play Hammer Skull right away, but there is an argument for glimpsing first. Because we want to have we want to guarantee the 4 mana for its skin plus fight. Hunter's Blowgun, that's a waste of the Cascade unless there are no Ornithopters in the set. Opponent might cast Relic's Roar and well, no, they won't swing. It's still summoning sick. I suspect our opponent's just gonna crack the Promising Vein. Okay, Copperline Forge. It does mean that we're under less pressure to glimpse the core now, so we can actually save that for hitting an actual removal spell. Opponent probably tries to answer this. Yeah, we can decline. The nice thing about Cascade is that you can decline, it still stays in your library instead of going... Now, I guess in this case, I definitely prefer it staying in the library, because I know I can just Cascade into it next time. Though let's see, maybe our opponent has a bounce spell? Eaten by Piranhas, so it's into it. Okay. Yeah, I really would not be running these combat tricks in Cascade. Though the timing is super unfortunate. It did clear out all the bonus, but we still have a 1/1. Opponent cascading 1000 units infantry. Okay, pretty decent. But now we get to see the true power of this deck. As much as I want to cast the Raptor, I also want to clear the board. Yeah, opponent concedes. They kind of saw the sequencing there. I definitely might want to consider a third copy of its skills. Hige bugged in. Hige Kahon si Shamia. Sige. Interesting name of our opponent there. Okay, yeah, I definitely like to keep this one, though I don't like that our opponent gets to go first. But having a key set of 2 drops is going to be very important here. Also because if our opponent goes double 2 drop, we can lightning. Okay, if our opponent does not do that, we get to glimpse the core, kind of cycle ahead. Opponent's gonna see that we're in dinos. There's probably an argument for adding some Promising Veins for the kit. Okay. Infectious Bite is a miss, so that we're lucky in that one. So we probably just... Yeah, I kind of want to save the Dinosaur, so... Because I can cast Dinosaur on the off chance I hit Chomp, but I might want to play its... Yeah, I did hit Chomp anyway. Actually, there is a way to guarantee the kill on this one, so I'm going to see how our opponent hits us first. The way to guarantee the kill is hit Skint, hit the Chomp, hit use the ability, then I can kill it for 2. If the opponent's offering, I am going to take the block. I want to see what our opponent has as a follow-up. Our stand. So it actually hits us for quite a lot, but yeah. But it's still a 4/4. So now that we know what we're up against, we can actually name green. Okay, this is any color. So we're gonna go Wingblade Dinosaur. Stalwart's Spear Tail. Then we're gonna get our Savage Stomp. Then let's put the +1/+1 counter on the Vantasaur. Now we still have to deal with the bloated contaminator again, so that's a problem. I can going for another contaminator into a rock priest, so the rock priest is going to be really iffy. That said, it is by spell. I'm still gonna be taking a +1. I'm still gonna be taking an additional counter. Also of note, if our opponent's going Tyvar stand, nope, Infectious Bite. So when this becomes the target of a spell. So we are guaranteed to take one more counter. There's no way around it. Now barring our opponent having a large drop, I can save my Lightning Strike. We've only used 1 Chomp so far, actually. So opponent's gonna proliferate. That's fine. But with this setup, I can actually just bolt our opponent's face. Now, if our opponent has a kill spell for the Vantasaur, that would be embarrassing, but we'll see. It's probably unlikely because our opponent was running a lot of Drowned in Acres. So I am going to play the Belligerent Yearling, give ourselves an additional creature. We're going to hold on to the Glimpse the Core because we're going to need it. Now let's hope our opponent does not have a way to double proliferate. That would be so annoying. Also, that was also probably an argument for not going Lightning Strike. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's the creature they drop. And if they're gonna pass, that's it. That's game. Yeah, we're gonna go Glimpse the Core first because let's hit our. We want to hit our guaranteed removal spell. Opponent's gonna Infectious Bite in response, so a bit annoying, but hold on. Ooh, that was actually pretty decent. So now I can't actually chomp anymore. Yeah, that's game. Opponent got us there. That is a very brilliant use of this. We kind of got boned by that early bloated contaminator play. The correct play was to have to take it out right away, not give our opponent the chance to hit us with the necrogen communion. Let's go for one. Let's go for one more match. Let's go for one more game. It's as you can see, Cascade Alchemy. There are ways that you. Yeah, Infectious Bite was a really big deal there too. Also the but yeah, the correct play really was to hold off the lightning strike until much later. Guess we can keep this one. Turn 1 Hidden Volcano, turn 2 Copperline Gorge, cast a spell depending on the situation. The one-off caves are pretty much to give us late game plays. We actually do need them. We're not going for the Bushwhack, so... But this does look like... Okay, it's a +1/+1 counter build. It's just mono green. So we're gonna resolve that one. You need to have a creature on the board if in a situation where opponent doesn't do anything. Fauna Shaman, very nice target. Tyver Stan's gonna whiff. Could cast it on my creature if they want it, but yeah, they'll probably just whiff it. So now knowing the situation here, I probably just want to cast a Triumphant Chomp in my hand and not cast anything else. Yeah, that shows them our entire library though. But the reason we do that is because we want to save the lightning strike for the next. Oh, tribute. Sure. Into a bite down that does nothing. Now that said, it does make it harder to actually hit their creatures. So I do want to cast Scale Speaker Shepherd into. Yeah, let's cast this. So that we want to be on the lookout for a 4. Well, 5-drop is fine. I'd say Register Alpha is fine. As long as they can't kill our Scale Gorge or Shepherd, we're fine here. If we need removal, that's a bit on the awkward side. Opponent goes Tribute again. They actually hit the creature this time. Might as well use this one because I do have that option. I think they might have a Tyvar stand. We'll find out soon enough. No, they don't. Decline. Hit our opponent for 7. So next turn, yeah, opponent going for the multiple tribute, but we might be able to into a bushwhack. That yeah, the problem with the fight spells is that the Cascade comes first before the discover. The discover was a lot better in the sense that the discover came first. They might cast a fight spell now, but honestly, their best play would be to hit our. Nope, they hit the yearling, which is a mistake. They really want to hit the ship. Into a Dinosaur, which actually is pretty good because it gets a Savage Stomp. Very convenient. I actually like the Vantasaur for this format. Yeah, okay. That was pretty nice. I'll take it. Yeah, but the multiple trib. Our opponent did waste a lot of time with the multiple tribute to the World Tree. The format is generally a lot faster, so you probably want to go full control at that point. I think we have time for one more game. I keep saying that a lot, but yeah, let's go for one more game. Why not? So we got our turn 2 yearling, which is kind of important. What? Definitely red. Only going on the Terramorphic Expanse. Maybe that's a reason for us. Never mind, we hit the chump. We can. See what our opponent's turn 2 play is. If it's just removal, it's fine. Skrelv's Hive. Ooh, let's see what their 1-drop is. Skrelv? Okay, that is an auto kill. So, and we have the perfect excuse. I suspect this would be our opponent's go-to drop. So next turn we play Kamachal's ship's mascot. I would like to convoke Ancient Imperiosaur soon, though we might need to pull back some block. Actually, no, I definitely want to play this as soon as possible if I can. Hello? No, kay kong si Ie, balik ka. Sige, okay. Yeah, sige, okay. Upa. Yeah, uwa. Yeah, galing nga. Oh. Okay, sige. Okay. Boti cha, baka titaas. I'll get him later. Bye. Tolo sanay pa. Okay, sige. Okay, so if we want to sneak damage in, well, first let's cast Kamachal. The unfortunate part is actually, there is some unfortunate parts where we do happen to draw. But anyway, we're going to decline because we're going to swing. Decline. I'm going to hit the Crawling Chorus, so it's because time is going to be so important here. That if we can ignore all these tokens, is good. Because I suspect there's a Sunfall. No, not Sun. Yeah, Sunfall. Because a big Sunfall would be a problem. So that might be a reason to not cast Ancient Imperiosaur. But I probably would still cast it anyway. No. If our opponent doesn't present enough blockers, I want to hit with Kamachal. Okay, now our opponent has presented enough blockers. So opponent's gonna start hitting us a little bit. That's kind of. Now that said, we have the alternate option of just pitching our trumpeting Carnosaur. Now let's. Now this has to deal. This has to deal the combat damage first, so I probably will have enough time. Opponent can choose to chump block. We're getting the treasure anyway, and this is this turn, so there's. But our opponent has been playing a lot of 1s and 2s, so there's a chance that yep, we get the Cascade, and we still get the Cascade as well. Yeah, there we should. Yeah, thank you to our opponent, and our opponent actually domed themselves with Skrelv's Hive. Nice. So there we go. That's gonna be it. That's a pretty good way to end this. Now that said, yeah, it's the purpose of the Cascade event is really just to show for us to be aware of how we do our deck building. Yeah, a lot of the times when you have combat tricks, the especially the fight spells, the timing seems way off. You're probably better off just spending it as something else. On the other hand, knowing that you're guaranteed to hit that one spell is actually quite important. So yeah, just you keep that as some food for thought. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.